Hey guys, in our last video we covered animated HEVC and reference image, and before moving forward to opacity, pencil filter and quick preview, I want to take you through these two things which I missed out and I just found out. If you quick pinch the image in your reference tab, then the image will fit to the size of your reference window, so it's just going to go back to like 100%. So this is one thing which I thought that is super useful. Now I'm going to cover the other point where I'm just going to first clear this image. So now we are going to drag an image from our gallery and we can add a split screen and multitask. I just swiped up at the bottom of my iPad and the dock appeared. So now I'm going to long press the last icon, which is the photos icon, and you can drag it to either corner of your screen. So I'm just going to drag and drop it over here and reduce the size. And let's say I'm going to go in the colors album. Okay, so now I can just drag the image over here. That's also a way to import your reference image. And if you're not getting this split screen when you are dragging the icon to the corners, then what you need to do is you need to go to your settings, and on the left side you can see these options. We'll go in home screen and dock, and over here you have to make sure when you go in multitasking, the toggle button for allow multiple apps is on. Now we're going to talk about opacity, pencil filter and quick preview. The one bad news that Procreate 5x update brought was that it removed opacity from adjustments. It has rearranged the effects and opacity and recolor have been removed. So the only way to reduce the opacity now is to actually go to the layers, select the layer, and you click on this letter N and you'll find the opacity slider there, so you can just slide it the way you want to. But what if you want to reduce the opacity of a particular object or selection in that layer? So what you're going to do is you have to make sure that the layer is selected, and say I'm going to go to the selection tool. In freehand I'm selecting a part of my drawing, and now I'm going to go in layers and I'm going to tap with 2 fingers on that layer, and wow, the opacity slider is going to appear, and I can just decide how much opacity I want. So this is how you do it. You just need to make the selection. You can also make an automatic selection, say like whatever way you want to select, and then just go to that layer, tap with 2 fingers like you do for your undo gesture, and you can just reduce the opacity and adjust it however you want it. So that's about opacity. Moving on to the filters, we all see that when we click on these options and adjustments, we get 2 options, layer and pencil. So layer is nothing new. For example, if I go in color balance in layer and I make any changes, so now actually I have a selection, so I'm going to unselect this, and that's what it does. If any part of that layer is selected, or if nothing is selected, it's going to apply that effect to that selection or that layer. But if I actually go in color balance pencil, so what's going to happen is that firstly it's an Apple Pencil exclusive feature. So if you select pencil and if you try to use some other stylus or you try to use your finger to get that effect, it's not going to happen. You'll only see the magic if you are using an Apple Pencil. So I'm going to first make some adjustments. Whatever settings I want, I'm going to use the sliders. So I'm just going to randomly select something over here, and once my settings are selected, now only the areas where I actually move my pencil, it will apply the changes there. So that's the beauty of this filter. I'm just going to go in brushes and maybe select a charcoal brush, increase the brush size, hue and saturation, and pencil, and I'm going to just randomly make some changes to these values. Wherever I'm moving my pencil, it's going to apply that effect. Now, one more amazing thing about this filter is that this is a dynamic filter, I can still make changes to it as long as my effect settings are open. When you're drawing landscapes, I think it's going to be of great help. And so I think this looks so amazing. Now let's go to adjustments and gradient map. I'll cover this later. So you can see that I have applied gradient map. I'll select breeze, instant, Venice, so I like this, or maybe blaze. Cool. So these options are so nice. Okay, so I have selected this, and when I have my settings on, that means when I'm still in these effects and I tap once on my screen, I get this option which is the quick preview option, where I can just preview it, that I can just tap on this eye icon and see that, okay, if I like the previous artwork better, or I like it with this effect, or I can cancel this or apply this. Both will take me out of this settings, and if I undo it, then obviously it's going to undo. So the reset button is grayed out in this one, so let's try another effect. I'm just going to undo this. So I'm going to go in saturation brightness, and I'm making some changes here, and now I'm getting the option to reset as well. So when I undo, it's undoing all the settings one by one, and when I reset, it's just going to take me to the artwork before this effect. So that's what reset does. So we have also covered everything. Apply will apply it, preview will help you compare the artworks, cancel is going to cancel it, undo will undo it, and reset will take you directly back to the artwork before the effect, before applying or trying out any of the settings in the effect. I hope you liked this video and you learned something new. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.